I don't think I've ever experienced that before in the Big Three.
All right, let's do it. Past champions, Power in 2018, TMB Trilogy, won 3 times. And that was not a pass, but it's a bucket from
It's a lazy drop. I think he lazy dropped that pass right into Monroe.
All right.
He wants to get Monroe, Greg Monroe, going early, so I think that was kind of like a late drop-off.
Glenn Rice Jr. with nearly 4 assists a game, tied with Jeremy Parco for the league lead. And they lead 2-0. Here's Paul Millsap, and you have Session reaching in for the...
They're tops in the Big Three, and they've had guys missing. And Nancy Lieberman knows how to push their buttons to get them, kind of rowing in the right direction. So I'm excited about seeing what this team does when they do go to the playoffs.
Monroe knocked it loose, and Rice there for the cleanup. DMV an 0-4 start, but they've won 2 of their last 3, and Session hits a 4-point. Made 4 of those this year. That leads the league now. Michael Beasley was tied with 3 along with Session. And Paul Millsap out the last 2 weeks for Rice. 3 won't go, but last touch by DMV.
He is jet quick going to his right hand, so I can understand why they wanted to give him space, but that's his 4th on the year.
Monroe with the right, and the lefty misses.
Good challenge by Austin.
Earl Clark from Rahway, New Jersey. Session. Stop and go to the rim, and he lays it through.
Man, that was tough. Yeah,
he's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I was just going to say that. Like, it doesn't matter every possession.
4 again. Knocks it down again. 2 4-point shot.
Everyone's afraid of this high pick and roll.
Trying for the quick answer. Rice off the mark. Monroe. 3rd chance, no. And there's Clark for Trilogy for 3. Oh, no one there for the rebound. Millsap snuck in late. Rice in rhythm. In and out. And Monroe on the weak side pulls down Isaiah Austin.
That doesn't play out over the course of 50 points. You got to hit the open guy.
1 to shoot, Paul Millsap. Denied by Clark. And a violation on...
Better than they are, too.
Record of 2-5 entering tonight. Mike Scott for 3. One of the newcomers acquired midseason from LA. Earl Clark, fake the 3. Goes baseline, and that one's off the mark and over the rim. Rice didn't need to clear, and he scores.
All year long.
He's scoring over 19 per game, 2nd in the league. As Nitty airballs that 3.
And now, and watch how the floor will open up for Monroe with Klein out there.
He faces on Scott, he goes to the rim, and there it is for Greg Monroe.
Yeah, I think it's more space to work. They're not necessarily afraid of his shooting, but they are afraid of his cutting.
Will Bard in the game for Trilogy. Missed last week with a groin strain. Rice Jr. Monroe isolated with Clark. Drop step reversal, got it.
He just has so much against Monroe, and so far 2 for 2 since Austin hit the bench for DMV.
Earl Clark bodies into Klein, off balance, missed it. Dallas a 13-10 lead.
Watch Klein on the cut.
Monroe looking, driving, deny, gets it back. They lost it. Clark relocates, hits the 3.
Really good sequence, but old heads too, like 40-year-olds, like guys like me. So it's a fun environment.
I got to tell you something. I really appreciate you. You finally, it's now an 8-to-1 ratio as Rice misses. You finally let me pick up the tab last night.
That's because I ordered 2 margaritas.
I tried. I don't want to be disrespectful. And you said, you know what?
Taking on this Dallas team, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They want to spoil Dallas's plans going up to the playoffs. They want to move them down in the standings in the pecking order. So they're officially welcoming the term and the label of being a player hater.
And there's more than that to it as well as fight for this. You want to come back and go hang out in the summertime and get the chance to play in front of great big crowds. And so, people will look at the way you play, the way you end your season.
I'll tell you what, I think Chris Haynes and Trilogy might be onto a new team name for next year.
Player haters?
I like it. I like it.
Chris Haynes.
A 2-point lead.
The silence is deafening.
I was like, at some point we have to advance this.
Hey, man, we were waiting around.
Buddy. Steven Jackson. Will Barton takes, misses. Punched out to Clark. For 2, and that's too strong. Clark, the league leader in threes entering today. Monroe, the lob, the catch. And Scott plucked it.
Against a bigger guy, you stand him up with your body, use your lead hand to flick.
And inbounds. Sails by Monroe. Mike Scott. Three-pointer is too strong. Gets it back, though. Off the dribble for 2, and that's a bit short. Rice backing down Barton. Klein waiting, an open 3. And this game's hit a bit of a stalemate, but Klein misses. Tip no good. Third chance, and now it's in for Klein.
That's what TJ Klein is.
Mentioned last 2 game winners for Power. Nancy's team, they've won 3 straight as Barton hits the 3. They joined them before the Detroit week on July 20th. Rice off the bottom of the rim, but a late whistle, and he's... Bring the 5.
Have incredible patience in the paint.
Here we go, one-on-one. Barton stops him. Erase the foul. And Rice with the finish and count the basket.
Apprehensive. And Nancy's taking him out. I'd be apprehensive to bring the fire against a star player because I think a one-on-one game could get a guy going.
Well, thanks again to our partner Red Lobster, who will be bringing the heat all summer long as the official sponsor of the Bring the Fire Challenge. And Barton steps out for 3, trying to beat the clock, and instead it's Lady Magic. I mean, her teams over the years always prepared, innovative, adaptable. Millsap pulls up and almost got the bounce. We have Klein on Barton. Earl Clark for 3. And airballs it. He stays out there with Session in Austin. Paul Millsap drains it. 4-time NBA All his debut season with Power. Earl Clark bodies into Klein. Bounces to Austin. 3 to shoot. Isaiah Austin, tough step back. And there's Paul's brother John. Klein, one-legged scores.
That's a good shot.
Grew up watching him in Dallas. Here's Earl Clark, denied by Millsap. Paul, that is. Next basket for Power will get us to the break. Shaking the shoulders. Brother John. And Klein climbing Session. Frank Nitti from Watts in LA. Oh, kid. Steps. Almost. Tap no good. 3rd try, no. Austin digging for it, and it's out of bounds.
God, LA style. If you don't know, you just don't know. You know.
No, I know Shamgod. I'm just...
The move is a Shamgod move. He gave him a Shamgod move.
The inside out.
Yeah, but with the same hand.
Here's Clark. I'm thinking back to when Will Bynum did the Shamgod in 19 or 20. Where's Shamgar now? Still in Dallas?
No,
Takes the three.
He's in Orlando now.
Orlando now.
Yeah.
Behind the Millsap brothers. And Monroe didn't play the last 2 weeks, getting a breather here down the stretch. Millsap spins again. And dangerous air ball, but Session lets it bounce out. Oh, look at Session down the lane off the inbounds.
That was a lightning quick backdoor cut.
I know what I'm doing. Don't leave me open.
I don't think they'll leave him open now, but I'm curious about what Nancy does here. Her adjustments for power are going to be what? She's been doing it the last couple weeks. And that time, Glenn Rice getting the bucket, but their full roster.
They had Monroe out last week. Millsap missed a few weeks. Austin catch and shoot three. Here's an air ball. Rice goes up, and Bankers missed. Third chance for Monroe, and he can't score, but he's fouled, and we'll get a free throw for
A beast.
Yeah.
But with Millsap out there, for whatever reason, Paul Millsap does not peel out to the three to give him more space to work. So, I'm not trying to tell him what to do. This guy's a bona fide star, all-star in the NBA, but it feels like to me Monroe with some...
They're in the playoffs, so at the very least, you've got a week to work on it. If you're Nancy Lieberman, as Sessions whacked, no call. Millsap off the miss, scores.
Real difference maker.
He has 5 now, Paul Millsap. Earl Clark for 2. He has struggled as well, now 3 of 12. Millsap the steal and the finish.
Those are killers.
You mentioned they figured it out the last few weeks. It's an 8-0 run right now. Tawan Summers was signed for a few weeks with the injuries. And he performed well last week with 15 points. Earl Clark still really trying to find that rhythm offensively. Shoot another 3. Just misses on a hanging shad. Monroe against Session. Rice waiting. Clark for 3. And still trying to get himself going. Nice tap. Session for 2. You like things both these teams do as a unit. You have the block shots from DMV Trilogy by a big margin. I mean, Sessions blocked.
If Millsap knocks down threes, they can win a championship.
Backdoor not there. Monroe for 2, and Clark cleans up the air ball.
Yeah, there's just too many to win it because you're just challenged offensively.
You look at the recent winners last year.
The Bivouac, they capitalized. Oh, that's a foul.
On a 3-point shot, he'll get a shot for 3 from straight on. And that's Session's second this half. Rice for 3, nails it.
He got that second pass from the official to get that rhythm.
On a foul, 1 shot for 2, 3, or 4. I bet the percentage on those 3-point shots, I don't know it exactly, but I would imagine it's actually at a pretty high level.
I think it is too.
35-29 Dallas. 3 to shoot. Monroe spins on Scott and finishes in a foul to beat the...
If they can get hot and knock down just a couple threes.
And there's Clark for the rebound. Oh, he wanted it, didn't he? Monroe wasn't going to yield it this time from 4. Clark the fake, drive and pull up is good.
And that's how Earl Clark, the difference between a pump fake go and just an ISO. That's a better shot for Earl Clark.
Rice tapped by Session, gets it back. Session all over him, and is Steven Jackson saying it's off Rice.
So that's why, let's make it quick here.
You did about, just now, you did about 5 rolls in 1.
Hey, beat 3. That's what you do.
You're the analyst.
Yeah.
You're them over. It was very impressive.
Yeah, that's, in the big 3, you got to wear a lot of hats.
And cheers to Ronnie, by the way, because she does a great job as the stage manager on every telecast. But for a second, you nailed it. Here's Rice, 4-point shot. And there's Session sneaking in. And he wants it for 4. Look at the fight.
Yeah, he plays with a ton of energy.
I mean, that's a sprint right there.
Yeah. I love plays
And don't
like
forget
that.
about the stuff not on the list. Walmart's got it all.
Who knew?
I knew.
Earl Clark against TJ Klein. Ducks in, triple
On a warm
team,
day,
and
you
he
want
still
2 bags
scores
of refreshing
against the whole
drink.
team.
Yeah.
In the new series Boston Blue, part of CBS Premier Week.
Monroe, former Detroit Piston, to start his NBA career for Glenn Rice. Missed the rim, and Session alertly puts it in. A couple of former NBA players for this season. But for guys like Franklin Session, here he is now. The stop and the scoop is good.
Extend is the first and
One of the greatest
It gets
defense
Rice
ever played.
engaged into the
Winning
game.
becomes a lifestyle.
Will Barton for the trilogy, and Monroe.
For many Globetrotters, the journey
Barton for DMV trilogy against Klein, Rice,
And so,
Monroe.
I'm
for
okay
Dallas.
with telling
Barton for 3.
my
And
side
that's good
because
for Will Barton.
it's been
Huge
controlled.
shot.
What you can say,
43
forming at the
Close
mercy
that
of their
gap
many bosses.
as you get into that
Handled
45,
and
46
never given a
range.
voice. When Lefty returned
Glenn
home
Rice
to his
Jr.
wife after she had a
On the back
life-threatening
door.
miscarriage, he found himself
High
a place
post,
shortly
and that pass
thereafter.
whipped. And
Lefty and
fights
I-
off the rim and out.
And I said, hey, I can't wait to see you. And he said,
Rice
I'm not
inside
with the organization.
Monroe with the finish. A nice pass by Rice.
through this stuff. I
Big
think
defensive stop here
it
for
sounds cliche
power.
to say it, but it sounds like he was kind of left
Back
behind.
within 2. Barton
as long as I speak truth,
fires.
you
And
might have
Session
loved
to
one.
roll the 3.
Because
High flyer, maybe not
ambassadors of
nearly at
goodwill.
that level as he was.
There's
now,
no
but
question the popularity of the
still
Harlem
impacting
Globetrotters
winning.
continues to grow.
Earl Clark
Increased
again,
demand has
and
led
this
multiple
time in and
Globetrotter
out.
teams performing simultaneously
One of those
throughout the world,
Nights for Earl
giving
Clark.
even more
He's now
Hoopers a chance to showcase their unique talent and bring enjoyment to
as
children
Monroe's
around the
found
globe.
are magnified
those
even in the
who are
big 3,
watching
those
that are
final
young
2 games.
to see that you're not
Clark
going to be
nearly
taken
scored.
advantage of as a
Could
minority.
beat the clock.
We want to see
look out,
the
that's
organization just be
Says there's a
mindful
wet
of what
spot.
the players are
Yeah,
going
they're
through.
stop
Even the
play.
people
So,
in
one
upper
thing about
management, they
these
get to
big
go
three-
home. They're never on the road.
3
I
straight
started
on
my own
today.
basketball academy.
Monroe.
For 16 years in
Denied
running,
by Clark.
Curly Boo has been one of the
Back
most
to no
highly
set.
sought-after
No.
trainers of NCAA and NBA talent in the
It's rolled
state
out
of
to
Illinois.
Barton.
If I was the CEO for the Harlem Globetrotters, I would set a pillar of healthy foundation and core values.
Snakes
Are we
inside,
training
trips.
our teammates
Monroe on
and
the
our
pass.
organizational employees the right
Not
way?
the favorites
Yeah.
to win it,
you're doing what I
but
taught you
it
to
is
do.
sometimes really hard to
You're
win
doing
games
what
if
you
you
and
don't
your,
get
you know, me and your mom
3,
taught you
4,
to do,
5
which
threes,
is stand up for yourself,
or
believe in
there's a
yourself.
difference between the threes that you make
Put people
and threes
first.
that you give up. But they find a way
The
every
last
week.
conversation I ever had with my grandfather, he passed away while I was on the road.
And
I
Monroe
was rushing to the
for
airport
2,
in Atlanta
missed
Airport.
it.
And,
Thrown off his head by
on the
Rice.
phone on the Nextel
And
at the
Clark
time,
for
and he talked to me. I'm
3,
like,
that's good.
That's a huge
And at the
sequence.
time, you can record
Missing the
the
free throw.
conversation. You gonna make
And
it.
Session jumps the
You
route,
gonna make
taps
it.
it out. So again,
The Harlem Globetrotter
if Dallas
players, as of March
loses,
2024,
they fail to get the
still
first
have-
seed. Same guys involved, different spot on the court.
Yeah. This is a big play right here. I mean, think about, you make that free throw, it's 43-40. Gotta get it to 3. You guys got it done. It's my favorite regular season week.
You're sticking around
of the
for the
big
last
3.
game?
Everyone's fighting for something.
Dallas Power, they loses later to Detroit. They're the number
Mike
1
Taylor
seed.
wants to
Big
see his
reason
fate.
why they're in this spot. Did you wear this jersey when you scored 35 at the Garden? 27 against these guys in Cincinnati.
Yeah, they figure out different ways to win. In this game against DMV, it was the Greg Monroe show. Give the ball to the Moose and let him get loose. Huge shot. Backing guys down,
And there
using
it
his
is
size
with Barton
for
on the
start.
other side.
You can make an argument that DMV is playing as good as any of the teams going to the
A
playoffs.
slow start, but right now at least, They've won 2 of their last 3. They're trying to trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, Earl Clark is Mr. Consistent. You see it right there with the threes made, the rebounds, the blocks, the points. He does it all for the DMV. but they can't figure out different ways to get wins.
Brings out again.
Can he be a
Millsap for
spoiler?
the rebound and the
Power
finish.
is trying to get the number one, the power off their pedestal.
Let's meet the rosters here for our third game today. From Into a Dome, Clark with Austin, who leads the league in block shots for three. And Frank Nitti, Franklin Session, a dangerous threat as well. From the outside, Monroe with the Millsap brothers. Turns and scores. Glenn Rice Jr. tied for the 2 or 3 more stops. 1 and 5, a rare off year. Not so much this year.
This is Coach of the Year material. She has had people miss games, get hurt. It doesn't matter.
Reset,
she
2 to
finds
shoot.
ways to win games.
For the
if the game isn't going her direction, she'll call timeout. She'll get it going the right way.
And this kind of winner too, Stephen Chandler.
Bad matchup. And they've had guys outside of that. And Nancy Lieberman knows how to push their buttons to get them, kind of rolling in the right direction. So I'm excited about seeing what this team does when they do
It's
go to the
Barton
playoffs.
against Monroe. Gets around to loose. And Rice there for the cleanup. And a 4-0 start for DL. For Dallas. Resets. Rice, DMP, and 0-4 start, but they've won 2 of their last 3. Session hits a 4-point shot, which he's done as well as anyone this year.
He has. He loves that walk-in 4 from the top of the key.
Nitti for the win. Scally's made with 3 along
the shot and then fouled after the shot. That's his 4th on the year.
Brought to you by Red Lobster. Monroe with the right, so it's Nitti. Stop and go to the rim, and he lays it through. Steps back a little bit, gives himself room.
Top of the key, little hit.
Session to work. One-legged.
Check it out.
No.
Elevates, hangs in the air. Great hole that he with Rice.
2 4-point shots.
I'm definitely going to Glenn Rice
their
Jr.
first 10 points. Relocates.
That's 5th of the year.
Monroe rolls.
Everyone's afraid of this high pick and roll.
It's a goal 10 on Clark. There's Will Barton against Rice.
I don't envy the officials on that.
Drives inside.
Those are really tough calls. When 2 guys go down and there's physicality and blocking out.
Chance to pull it out and win it. Rice cleared it, drives off balance. They were ready for it. That's good.
Yeah. Clark missed Session earlier. Now that time, Session missed Clark.
What a finish.
That doesn't play out.
Chicago loses record of 2 and 5 entering tonight. The top seed. That's Scott for 3. One of the newcomers, the man who's season from LA. Clark, take the 3.
Break down that last play.